Have you ever wondered if the world you see is actually just a mirror, reflecting not your actions, but your beliefs? Not just the conscious ones you repeat in mantras or post on your vision board, but the quiet ones, the invisible ones, the beliefs buried so deep they've become your identity. What if reality doesn't respond to effort, but to certainty? What if the outer world is nothing more than your inner world in disguise? This isn't wishful thinking or New Age optimism. It's a metaphysical law older than language, echoed by mystics, sages, and philosophers for centuries. And today, we're diving deep into it. Let's start at the root. What is reality? You might say it's the world you can see, touch, and hear. The external. The observable. But every ancient tradition, from the Egyptian Hermetics to the Vedic sages, whispers the same secret: reality is not objective. It is projective. The world is shaped not from the outside in, but from the inside out. Hermes Trismegistus, the legendary teacher of the Hermetic principles, said it clearly: as within, so without. This isn't metaphor. It's a blueprint. What you hold within, your assumptions, your self-concept, your emotional tone, becomes the clay from which reality is molded. In a world obsessed with external achievement, this truth is both radical and liberating. Because it means you don't change your life by changing your actions. You change it by changing your state of being. Now here's the twist. Most people try to manifest a new life while clinging to an old identity. They want abundance, while believing they're still the struggler. They want love, while assuming they're unworthy. They want freedom, while seeing the world as a cage. And so nothing changes. Because the world doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. Neville Goddard called this the law of assumption. Not the law of trying, or hoping, or working. But assuming, living as if the new reality is already true. Not just in thought, but in feeling. In being. You don't become successful by chasing success. You become successful by assuming you already are. And then the world catches up. Not because you forced it, but because you aligned with it. But what about thoughts? Aren't our thoughts powerful? Yes, but only to the extent that they align with belief. You can repeat 1,000 affirmations every morning, but if deep down you believe you're not enough, the dominant vibration is still lack. Why? Because thought is the seed, but belief is the soil. And most people try to plant roses in poisoned ground. The subconscious doesn't respond to words, it responds to feeling. So the real work is not just thinking new thoughts. It's becoming a new version of you. A version that doesn't just think differently, but feels differently, expects differently, acts differently, effortlessly. Because that's who they are now. Reality is not a teacher. It's a mirror. It doesn't give you what you need to grow. It reflects what you believe to be true. So if your life is full of resistance, chaos, or lack, don't fight the reflection. Change the face that's being reflected. You don't fix a cracked mirror by taping the glass. You look inward. You ask, what am I assuming about myself? About others? About life? And when you shift those assumptions, the mirror shifts instantly. Not always in the way you expect, but always in resonance with who you've become. Now here's a mind bender. If reality responds instantly to who we are, why does change often feel so slow? Because time is part of the illusion. In truth, all realities exist now. The version of you living your dream life, they already exist. You just haven't tuned into their frequency. Think of it like a radio. If you're tuned to the station of scarcity, you can't hear the music of abundance, even if it's playing all around you. You don't have to earn your new reality. You simply have to receive it. To become an energetic match. And that happens through surrender, not striving. Through trust, not tension. Neville taught a powerful technique called living from the end. It means embodying the feeling of your desired reality now. Not waiting. Not hoping. But feeling, thinking, and acting as if it's already done. This is not delusion, it's alignment. And when your inner state becomes indistinguishable from the end you desire, life has no choice but to rearrange itself. But here's the paradox, you have to let go of needing it to happen. Because the very energy of need signals lack. Instead, you shift into gratitude. Not because something happened, but because it already has. In your inner world. And the outer world is simply catching up. In a noisy world, the most radical act is stillness. Not passivity, but presence. Because in stillness, the truth surfaces. You remember that you are not your circumstances. Not your story. Not your past. You are the observer. The I am. The field in which reality takes shape. And from that place, you no longer chase. You choose. You no longer force. You flow. And your life becomes not a battle to win, but a song to remember. So if you want to change your life, don't start with effort. Start with awareness. Don't try to bend the world. Just become the version of you who already lives the life you desire. And let the world bend itself to match. Because in the end, reality is not something you face. It's something you create. From the inside out. From the heart of the invisible, to the edge of the impossible. Welcome home to your inner kingdom.